Good evening, everyone. This is the Doctor. It is 2:02 a.m. here in the Pacific Northwest, and I hope you are all doing extremely well right now. We are going to be spending a little bit of time talking about golden blades, especially pertaining to the new event that just came out and the new event that will be coming out later on next week. So if you didn't know this event, there is a farming event that you can run, and we've been running a lot of it on my stream. You can do it on the multi-farm, and basically you can choose between farming for the sword, or you can choose for farming for the golden axe. So you have either EX2 or EX1. Now, when you're looking at the numbers on these and you're trying to figure out, whether you want to pursue the golden sword or the golden axe, or how far you want to take it, there's a couple factors you need to take into account. And there's a lot of people out there who are doing the math and realizing that you need a crap ton of materials in order to get a +5 weapon from this event. There's a lot of people who are saying it's not worth it. There's a lot of people who are saying, well, it's our first exposure to a weapon, so maybe I should get it. Well, here's kind of how it's going. These farming events are going to be coming around. Again, next week we're going to have one for a spear. I'll be making a video on that shortly. So, we're going to see more of these weapon events coming around and becoming more prevalent. So let's take a look and just have a conversation around what's going to be required to upgrade one of these golden weapons. So if you didn't know, there's a crafting menu here, and you can craft a variety of weapons up to +5. And what I'm going to call that is that we can just limit break the weapon, okay? So in order to limit break a weapon, you need to use 2 copies of the weapon. For example, if I wanted to make a limit break for Capella here, I would need to have 2 level 3 or 2 limit break 3 level 30 Capellas already in my inventory. And that's a lot, because when you start considering how many resources you need in order to do this, it can become exponential in order to get to the tier 5. So let's talk about what's practical, what you might want to farm, and kind of what the end game might be for you when you're looking at things. So for me right now, what's practical is I'm looking at farming a +3 or a +4 version of this weapon. Now, to get to a +3, it does require quite a bit of materials. For me specifically, you can see here, you need to farm 2 +2 blades, and you need to combine them at level 20 in order to make a +3 blade. And the +3 blade here, you can see, specifically I got really lucky because the type that I got was assault. Now, for those of you that don't know, there are different quote-unquote types of weapons when you start limit-breaking weapons and crafting them, and each weapon is going to have a different type of stat associated with them. So right now for this Golden Blade +3, you see my type is Assault, and you see it has a bonus of slash attack +5 on the bottom. Let's go check out one of my other weapons. Alright, so this one's Vitality, so you can see the max attack on a Vital Sword is going to be 180. So the difference in attack is almost 46 attack, and the question becomes, is it worth it to basically farm for a assault weapon as opposed to a vital weapon when you start upgrading? Because what happens if you make your +3 golden blade and it turns out that it's a vital? There's a lot of problems with this, and for right now we'll just talk about some of the solutions. For me personally, I just decided I would go for the highest tier I could go for, and if I got an assault class golden blade on my way there, I would stop. And I got my assault class on a golden blade +3, so I'm going to stop right here and just continue leveling my golden blade +3. Now, the reason we're going to stop is because there is a quality of life change coming in the future, where if you have, say, a +3 golden blade with assault type, you can actually upgrade it to a +4 and maintain that type. As it is in the current meta, if you try and upgrade 2 golden blade +3s into a golden blade +4, it's possible that you will lose your assault type, which could actually end up with you having worse stats. Yes, you will have a higher slash attack bonus, but in the end the question is, will that negate that 46 attack? I couldn't tell you. I think it's possible that could negate that 46 attack. If you look at the +5 versions that have, I believe it's +18 slash attack on them, it's a quite significant jump when you go between +4 and +5. I'm not fully sure, but I think most of you guys, if you can get the bonus of a slash attack modifier on here and get an assault type in the +2 or +3 range, you're better off just keeping it, and you're better off just farming the tomes to awaken your weapon. While we're talking about awakening materials, let's talk about what you're going to need, and let's just assume you do want to +5 this weapon or maximize this weapon. Now, just to awaken a regular Golden Blade +3, you see we're going to need these tomes. Now, if there's an item to farm from this event, you should be farming for these items. This is what you want. Even if you don't want to upgrade a golden sword right now, there is probably a Greatsword in the future you want to upgrade, and you're probably going to want to keep these and upgrade them to maximum for the future. Now, these items, as you can see, they are only farmable right now from Admiral Prince EX, and they are what's going to enable you to awaken your weapons and raise their level cap. Now, these items are critical. The only other way to get them is through PvP rewards, so if we have an event to farm these, you really need to farm these. For some context as well, if you want to get a +5 weapon, you need 1,150 of those books. This is not something you're going to get done in a single day or in a single week. Even if you broke this down and did, a 14-day event for 1,150, you would have to farm almost 100 of them a day. To give you some context, I'm farming it probably about 8+ hours a day when I'm streaming right now, and I may be getting 100 to 120 in that time window. So you really have to commit almost 8+ hours a day farming this continually for 10 days, I would imagine, in order to even have enough of these books to get to the +5 weapon. So just some perspective there, kind of know that even if you got to that +5, you wouldn't be able to hit that assault guaranteed. So you really want to hedge your bets here. You want to responsibly gamble essentially for a reasonably modified weapon with a nice bonus that you can carry on to your characters. Now, besides these books, there is another item you need to make sure you get. If you ever plan on building the Golden Blade permanently, which I personally would recommend because it's one of the higher rated Greatsword weapons, you are going to need the crafting recipe. So let me pull up Golden Blade here. I am losing my mind. I think I used up all the last recipes. I think I don't have the materials to craft it anymore. So I'm just going to grab another example here, so Kotetsu. So pretend this is a Golden Blade. From the event, you can gather the Golden Blade recipes. If you ever plan to +5 this weapon eventually, let's say you get a +3 and you are just sitting on it and you know that you're going to want to +5 it eventually, you're going to want to get 63 in total copies of this recipe in order to level it up for the +5 version. These recipes, the Golden Sword recipes, cost 1.25 million gil in the shop. So this is like free money if you ever plan to build this weapon. Now, just in general conversation as well, there are a couple things about weapons you might not have known, and for some context, farming this Golden Blade might not be for everyone. Let me show you, for example, my Claymore. Now, my Claymore maxes out at 146 attack. That's really close to the Golden Blade's attack. That's about 50 attack away. Now, to awaken my Claymore to even another level cap of 40, it's only going to take 20 of these Greatsword tombs. So you really, if you are not someone who wants to farm the Greatsword, you really should go out and farm these books, because even a regular rare weapon that you can max out will have comparable stats for significantly less work in order for you to buff your characters. And this is going to be important in terms of axes. So if you are going to want to level up an axe for an eventual axe character, you're probably going to want to farm this event. You're also going to want to farm the spear event that's going to be coming next week, because you're probably going to get a spear character eventually that's going to get it. And even if you only do it to farm 70 or 80 of these books to fully awaken a rare tier or normal tier weapon, it is completely worth it, because that is going to save you so many PvP points that you're not going to regret it. You need to do it. You need to get these books. It's so efficient to farm these books now in this event. Yes, maybe you don't want to max out a golden blade. Maybe you only want to do a little bit of it. And, you know, a golden blade weapon, an MR tier weapon, is not for everyone, right? Like, I'm free to play, and it's taking a lot of my resources to pursue this golden blade. I got lucky, and I stopped at +3, and yes, I'm going to farm the Greatsword tombs to try and get it to max awakening level so that I have a decent weapon. But if that's not for you, if you're just playing this game really casually, just farm some of these and make sure you can max out a normal or rare weapon, because it's going to make that difference in PvP. It's that stat difference that will actually make a difference for you. Alright, you guys, that's all that I think we're going to be covering today. I do hope that you found this video useful. Please do leave comments in the description below. I'd love to hear from you guys. Please leave a like. We are streaming almost every night right now, and we are doing War of the Vision streams. So come stop by, say hi, throw a follow. I love to talk to you guys. You can come join us in our Discord. You can either choose to join Team Tomberry or Team Gillsnapper. Tomberry's cool, Gillsnappers are filthy monsters, so just be aware of that. And you guys, I hope you have a good rest of your night, and I hope you have a good rest of your day too. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.